In this vast expanse of the digital realm, you find yourself a viewer with the luxury of time and connectivity. In a world where information is merely a click away, you've chosen to spend these moments here, a decision that speaks volumes about your pursuit for self-improvement. But this journey goes beyond the surface. It's not about fighting laziness, boredom, or even a lack of motivation. It's about facing the silent puppeteer behind these masks, fear. Fear that often paralyzes us, holding us back from reaching our full potential. Yet beneath these veils lies a singular truth: fear. Fear, the silent orchestrator behind our reluctance to act, to change, to grow. Consider the facade of boredom, a relic of a bygone era in an age of perpetual connectivity. Our screens, with their ceaseless supply of information, entertainment, and social interaction, seem to have vanquished the specter of boredom. But have they really? Or have they merely replaced one form of monotony with another, more insidious one? Think about it. How often do you find yourself scrolling aimlessly, caught in a loop of refreshing feeds and checking notifications, only to feel a strange sense of emptiness? This is the paradox of our digital age. We've never been more connected, yet we've never felt more bored. But let's delve deeper. What if boredom isn't the problem, but rather a symptom? A sign that we're yearning for something more meaningful, more fulfilling than the shallow gratification our digital distractions provide. French philosopher Blaise Pascal once said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." He recognized that our unease with solitude, our discomfort with silence, is often what drives us to seek distraction. But in doing so, we miss out on the opportunity for introspection, for self-discovery, for growth. In other words, it's not the boredom itself we fear, but what it represents. The existential questions, the uncomfortable truths, the raw emotions that surface when we're left alone with our thoughts. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for your phone to ward off the specter of boredom, ask yourself, what am I really trying to avoid? What am I really yearning for? It's not the idleness we fear, but the unsettling introspection it brings. Laziness, too, is a misnomer, a scapegoat for deeper insecurities. We often brand ourselves as lazy when we find it difficult to muster the energy to tackle tasks, big or small. But is it truly laziness, or something else lurking beneath the surface? Dr. Devon Price, a social psychologist, offers a compelling perspective. According to his research, what we perceive as laziness is often a mask for unmet needs or a lack of confidence. It's not that we don't want to do things, it's that something inside us is holding us back. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself unable to start a project not because you didn't want to, but because you were worried you wouldn't do it perfectly? Or perhaps you've avoided tasks because they remind you of past failures. These are not signs of laziness, but of fear, of self-doubt, of unmet needs. And these internal barriers can be more daunting than any physical obstacle. So the next time you find yourself labeling your inaction as laziness, pause. Take a moment to dig deeper. Ask yourself, what is really holding me back? Is it a need for perfection, a fear of failure, a lack of self-belief? By identifying these internal barriers, you're taking the first step towards overcoming them. Remember, our actions, or lack thereof, are not devoid of motivation but are stifled by internal barriers, unseen yet profoundly impactful. By unmasking laziness, we can start to address these barriers, giving ourselves the chance to grow, to change, and to reclaim our power over our lives. Fear, with its primal potency, drives us to remarkable feats or crippling stagnation. It's a force we wield against ourselves, medicating our anxieties with distractions and excuses. But what if instead of succumbing to fear, we chose to embrace it? What if we took that leap of faith and acknowledged our fears, not as barriers, but as catalysts for action? Consider Nike's timeless mantra, "Just do it," a phrase so simple, yet so profound. It doesn't probe the intricacies of our fears or the complexities of our inhibitions. Instead, it urges us to take that first step, to act despite our reservations. It's a call to action, a rallying cry for those caught in the throes of self-doubt and inertia. But how does one just do it? How does one defy the gnawing fear that paralyzes action? The answer lies not in grand gestures or dramatic transformations, but in the small incremental steps we take each day. The power of action lies in its simplicity. It's about putting pen to paper, lacing up those running shoes, typing out that first sentence, or simply waking up a few minutes earlier. It's about embracing the discomfort, the uncertainty, and charting your own path, one step at a time. In the face of fear, action is our most potent weapon. It's a testament to our resilience, our determination to rise above our self-imposed limitations. It's a testament to our ability to turn fear into fuel, to transform the unfamiliar into an opportunity for growth. And so, as we navigate through the labyrinth of fear and self-doubt, let us remember the power of action. Its power lies not in sophistication, but in its unwavering truth. Action defies fear. Marcus Aurelius echoes this sentiment across millennia, a call to embrace life one action at a time. Amidst the whirlwind of thoughts, fears, and doubts that often cloud our minds, there lies a powerful antidote: action. It's not about monumental leaps or dramatic transformations, but rather the small, consistent steps that lead us forward inch by precious inch. Each day presents a new opportunity to act, to make a choice, to take a step. And with each step, we discover that the shadows of fear and self-doubt begin to fade, replaced by the warm glow of progress. It's in the doing that we find our strength, our courage, our purpose. Consider the mighty oak tree. It doesn't grow overnight. It starts as a tiny acorn, facing countless challenges and obstacles, yet steadily it pushes through the soil, reaching for the light. It grows, not in leaps and bounds, but in a slow, steady progression of tiny, incremental changes. And over time, these small changes accumulate, transforming the tiny acorn into a towering oak. In the same way, our journey towards overcoming fear and embracing action isn't about quick fixes or grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent actions that over time create monumental change. So take that step, make that choice. Do that thing you've been putting off. Embrace fear, for it's a constant companion in our journey through life. But in its shadow, find the courage to press forward, to confront each challenge.